Now, when it comes to relationships, I'm going to tell you the first relationship, and I know you've heard it a million times, is the relationship that you have with yourself. My first word of advice is, now that I've known, and I wish I would have known this many, many years ago, is to get therapy, to figure out whatever trauma you had and then heal that, so that therefore you can learn to love yourself, you can learn to know that you're enough, and that will help you never settle for less. That will help you establish healthy boundaries. That will help you cut people off who need to be cut off, rather than holding on to them because they are family or they are this or they are that, and you feel some sort of obligation to keep them around. Self-love is not all bubble baths, and self-love is going to those therapy appointments. Self-love is sitting there and being sad and being depressed and working through those emotions to get to the other side. It's not all roses and cupcakes and bubble baths. Like, it's hard work, and sometimes honestly it sucks. I would tell you no different. There's been days I sit there and I'm like, oh my God, like seriously, like when does this end? And then I'll go to another therapy appointment, and then another therapy appointment. And if that therapist isn't working, then I find a different therapist. If that therapy isn't working, I find a different therapy. I keep working on it and working at it to try and achieve the goals, so that I don't have as bad as anxiety. I don't have as bad a depression. Are you going to have good days still? Yes. Are you going to have bad days still? Yes. And the difference is that if you're a female, you have hormones, and your hormones are usually all over the place. And as you age, they go up, and as you age, they go down, and as you age, they fuck right off, and who knows? And a lot of this shit you can't understand. A lot of this shit you can't explain. A lot of this shit you're not even in control of. And a lot of this shit the doctors have no clue about. So you better learn to find some alternative medicine real quick and learn to believe in that if you want different spectrums of your health to be examined, and probably examined properly. And it's going to take some trial and error. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure it out. And again, some days are good, some days are bad. But the best part is that I'm now in my late 40s, and I have learned to cry. Before, I saw crying as a form of weakness. For many, many years, I saw crying as a form of weakness, and I would not allow myself to do it. So it helps in many different ways, but learn to love yourself before focusing on a relationship with somebody else, because nobody's going to love you like you love you. How do you even tell somebody how to love you if you don't know how you want to be loved? These are things that you need to examine and figure out.